Welcome to this demonstration video of the Amadeus Agency Insight Productivity Tracker. In this video, we will be demonstrating some of the features and benefits of the tool. By using the Productivity Tracker, you will be able to manage the productivity of your consultants with ease. The Productivity Tracker allows you to have a holistic insight of your activity, business operations, and bottom-line drivers, which are your people. Amadeus Agency Insight Productivity Tracker helps you analyze your live and historic data to provide you with valuable insight into your business. Real-time Amadeus reservation data is available to you to scrutinize your business operations 24/7 via the online user interface. You will be able to better understand where inefficiencies exist with exchanges, refunds, and reissues. You will be able to visualize reports showing all your key reservation, ticket data, and cancellation rates. And you will be able to monitor your daily consultants' productivity, ranking, and historical trends. There are 4 main types of reports available through the Productivity Tracker. These are dashboards, visualizations, on-demand reports, and scheduled reports. This video will now demonstrate each of these 4 categories in more detail. To view the dashboard, click on Dashboard. You can either select to display the segment count or turnover value. In this view, we are looking at the segment count in terms of segments for the month to date. As the system develops, you will be able to compare the current month to date with the same period for the previous year. On the right-hand side is the same data with data values. The bookings at risk show all cancelled and waitlisted segments for the next 7 days. It also shows you who the agent with the problem booking is, so that you can quickly resolve the issues with the related agent. The Contract Supplier Tracking area allows you to monitor your supplier targets with multiple suppliers for flights, cars, hotels, and other suppliers. You can then monitor and track your suppliers' spend. The graph will show red when you have achieved less than 50% of the stated target, orange when you have 50 to 99% of the stated target, and green when you have exceeded the stated target. This allows you to quickly determine where your spend needs to be adjusted. On the right are data figures for what the target and actual spend to date are. In the Top Corporate section, you can determine who your top corporate customers are in terms of flights, hotels, cars, and other suppliers. In this example, we only have 2 customers, and we can see the corporate customer 1 contributed 71.7% of our total air travel turnover, whereas customer 2 contributed 28.3%. On the right-hand side, you will see the data represented with a number of segments for each corporate customer. The top routes will indicate the top city pairs for your agency as a whole, so you can determine where your travelers are traveling the most. You can also change the drop-down to hotels to indicate the top cities where your travelers are staying. By hovering your mouse over the graph, you will be able to see the number of the segments as well as the city to which the data relates. Changing and increasing the date range, as well as changing the filters from count to value, will also influence what is reflected in the graph. For example, we now see the turnover value for hotels for each of the selected cities. Turnover value for airlines is now adjusted too. The Consultant Activity Dashboard shows the comparison of consultant turnover between January and February. The Reservation Consultant Performance indicates how consultants are faring compared to one another. When hovering your mouse over the graph, you will be able to see the name of the consultant and their turnover value. The percentage in brackets indicate their contribution towards the total turnover of the company. In the table below, you can see who your top performers are, as well as a more detailed analysis of what they have each produced for the period. The number of reservations, number of segments, and number of passengers are indicated for each consultant. The Consultant Performance gives you a breakdown of the number of reservations created, changed, and ticketed per consultant. For example, Consultant 1 created 2,326 reservations, changed 1,222 reservations, and ticketed 667 tickets. The top cities shows the most visited countries. By hovering your mouse over each location, you will be able to see the number of segments created for each particular country. The darker the color of the country is, indicates a greater number of segments. Clicking on the respective country in the table will display more details about the country on the right-hand side, as well as the number of the segments per city in that particular country. Finally, the Top Customers section indicates your top travelers, as well as the total number of the tickets and the total value of the tickets for the period. Much of the same data described in the Dashboard section is available through visualizations. Once you click on the Visualizations tab, a number of extra reports are made available to you. For example, let's look at the car summary visualization. Simply select the date and the currency. Once you click on Search, an overview of the turnover per car provider for the specified period will display. The Flight Accommodation Mapping report allows you to visually see where your travelers are in any particular region in the world at any given time. You will then be able to communicate with each of those travelers from within the application to check on their safety and status. For example, if we type in GB for Great Britain and click on Search, you will be able to view the map. You can then position your mouse over the map and use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in or out. Because the technology uses Google Maps, you will be able to zoom into street level and view the detail of the name of the hotel and the number of your travelers staying at the hotel. Once you click on the marker, it will illustrate the exact details of the travelers, and provided they have entered their mobile number or email address in the PNR, you are able to send a text message or email directly from within the application by typing in your message, clicking on your respective method of communication, whether mobile or email, and then clicking on Send. With the Hotel Summary report, you're able to view hotel details per hotel chain and per country. You can also see which hotels are most frequently utilized by your travelers. The different colors in the bar chart indicate different countries in which the hotel chains are situated. For example, Hilton Hotels has multiple countries in which it has properties. Where a hotel chain is utilized in multiple countries, the frequency of use is collated so that you get an overall figure. The organization Sunburst allows you to view your entire organization data in an holistic bird's-eye view, either by the number of PNR download count or by the number of ticketed segment count. Simply click on Process and your data will display. The center shows the total number of ticketed segments for your agency. As you move towards the outer rings of the circle, you can see what portion of your total ticketed segment count was contributed by each division and/or customer. The Sunburst data dynamically changes as you click on each level of the hierarchy. In terms of on-demand reports, these are broken up into different sections according to the type of report. The Consultant Activity Report gives you a summary of the number of reservations and tickets per consultant. In terms of format, reports can be generated in HTML for viewing on your screen, as well as PDF, RTF for Word, and CSV for Excel. Select Combine Currencies and then click Process. The consultant names are displayed, along with the number of reservations created, changed, ticketed, the value of the issued tickets, the number of exchange tickets and their value, the number of refunded tickets and their value, and finally, the number of voided tickets and their value. In the Search Tracker section, the Top Cities report gives you a summary ranking of the top arrival cities. Again, we can choose either transaction value or transaction count, and choose from a variety of formats. Once we generate the report, we'll be able to see the top domestic or international cities with a city name, number of segments per city, as well as a graph indicating the total contribution of each city. In the Booking Tracker section, we have a number of report options available to us. For example, the Car Detail Report gives you a transaction listing of all the car reservations for a specified period. Traveler details, supplier, pickup location and dates, the days rented, car type, and total costs, as well as daily costs are indicated. The Flight Details Report offers you a passenger list based on departure or arrival date. The flight number, the PNR reference, passenger name, and contact details, as well as the booking class, are illustrated. The Hotel Summary Report allows you to see the details of each of your hotel bookings, by hotel chain on a per-country basis. The Revenue Tracker section allows you to analyze your fares. The Airfare Analysis offers you a summary of the total fares, savings offered to your customers, savings lost, number of tickets issued, and the refunds processed. The last of the on-demand reports falls under the section of Corporate Reports. For example, the Traveler Whereabouts Report allows us to report on all the travelers in a specific area. Flight information for each individual traveler, as well as the consultant who made the reservation, are detailed. The final section is Scheduled Reports, which allows you to schedule reports to be emailed to recipients on a predefined basis, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, or even hourly. Select the report that you want to schedule. Under the frequency, select the frequency that the report should be generated. The report can also be scheduled to run at a specific time of the day or on a specific day of the month. Once the schedule has been created, simply click on Save. The report will be run and you will receive an email at the appointed scheduled time. In this example, we have chosen to create a report of all PNRs with incomplete segments for the next 7 days. These bookings are usually waitlisted segments or bookings that have been cancelled by the airline. Thank you for taking the time to view this demonstration of the Amadeus Agency Insight Productivity Tracker. We are confident that you will find the information presented in this demonstration exceptionally useful for all your business intelligence needs.